Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. I'm in the Jita Trade Hub station in my Procurer, and there's a particular reason why I'm in the Procurer. It is because a devlog was recently announced about upcoming changes to industry and mining and EVE Online. I think it's quite interesting because this is quite a big change to the game. Me personally, I do not have a lot of stuff to do with like mining and industry, but this will generally speaking impact the game I think a lot because there's going to be a lot more resources. This whole scarcity business is going to be a lot like lighter on the player base. And I know that a lot of people who watch me, they like to do a lot of mining or like a bit more casual types of activity. So I can imagine a lot of you guys are happy about this update upcoming, because I know that a lot of people who do mining and focusing a lot on industry didn't like the way that everything was like nerfed so much over this past year. So we're going to go over how these changes are planning on taking place, and we're going to go out to mine in the meantime. One thing I'd like to announce is that these are the 3 winners of the previous skin giveaway for the Gila Scope Syndication skin. You see this skin right here? The 3 lucky winners were Guy Onakuch, Nashik G3N, and White Guy Kyle. You guys are all going to get your very own Scope Syndication skin contract to you in due time. Alright, let's go to Ikuchi. I think it's a pretty good system to go where you want to mine. And group our drones as well and get into this dev blog. Okay, so here's the new dev blog while we warp towards the Ikuchi gate. It is called From Extraction to Production. So it seems like there's going to be, just generally speaking, a lot more changes to like the ores. So there's here all quantities are doubled, resource anomalies are doubled. A lot of these ores are doubled. Then there's also going to be some interesting mechanical waste going on. And as far as I understand, it is like when you're mining, there's a probability that that goes to like waste. So it becomes a site item, I think, called mining waste. So you're not mining to 100% efficiency, but you can reduce this by going with like good skills. So they're saying here mining waste will create a greater benefit, increasing mining skills using more advanced modules that lower the rate of waste. Go here and warp to an asteroid belt. Hopefully there's something here. Activate multispectrums. And it seems here that they've got different probabilities of waste depending on which type of modules you've got. Compression seems like it's also going to undergo a bit of a change. And it's that in stations it'll be not as efficient as it was before, because before you had like a 1-to-1 ratio of compressing ore. Because for you guys who do not know, when you mine ore like we're doing now in an asteroid belt, we'll get these ores. Then we'll be able to then compress them in stations, and we'll be able to sell that because it'll be a lot easier to sell that because it'll just be a lot less volume, the compressed version of it. But now you'll sort of waste a bit because you'll get like 90% when you compress it. So it's going to be like a bit of a case, oh, shall I compress it or shall I not compress it? It also says that gone are the days of lossless compression. So apparently now we will not be able to completely compress 100% efficiency, but it's only saying these percentage points here for compression in stations. So I'm not sure how it'll be, because you can compress it with the Orca and the porpoise there should be able to compress as well. So I don't know what the efficiency will be here. They have not mentioned that here. And then also that there's going to be a thing where like compressed ores that already exist will be compensated, that people don't lose a bunch with this new update. Okay, now we've approached this asteroid here, so let's start mining a bit. It seems like they're going to have some new modules here for like mobile compression, different types of ones for compression in the different ships. And there'll be also new skills for these new modules as well. One thing that is also quite interesting is that they're going to be condensing reprocessing skills, so that they'll be refunding up to 13 million skill points, because they're going to be like removing a lot of the skills from 19 individual skills to 6. So a lot of you guys who liked reprocessing stuff, you're going to be gifted with a bunch of skill points now. So I can imagine this is a bit of a special time for you guys. We'll be able to also put these like industrial cores on the Orca. So that's quite a new thing. New compact industrial core. Going to make it better for fleet support. And they say in this spreadsheet right here, they're going to make some changes to roll bonuses of the ships. You can compare here in game. Now, some of the things that have been quite controversial, at least with these changes, is that apparently the capital mining ships are going to be quite hard nerfed when it comes to like their solar mining capabilities. You can see just here quickly in this under this industrial core section is mentioning here that like it's going to be more support role bonuses for the like capital ships, but on the other hand they're going to like nerf the amount of mining capabilities they in themselves have. So they're going to be more like a kind of support role rather than like mining platform, these like raw cores and orcas. So you can see here is becoming less feasible to solo mine in these, and the drone mining yield for both the Orca and the Rorqual will be reduced, and it will nonetheless play a vital role in space, as mentioned before, being a support mining ship for fleet boosting and compressing. So like you can see here, it's not going to really be a focused mining ship, more like a mining support ship, you could say. So this is, I think, quite controversial, because a lot of people, especially right now, they've invested so much ISK, so much like money, etc., in like getting these mass Rorqual ults, especially in nullsec. A lot of people have been investing, a lot of people like getting a bunch of ults to mine a bunch in nullsec, and a lot of people don't like this, that there's like this big Rorqual proliferation, as they say, where there's like a lot of people just spamming Rorquals everywhere, mining away and getting a lot of ISK while just being like having them go away. But on the other hand, you do have to have a lot of ISK to be able to invest in these. It's not like something you can just get for free like that. But at least it's been a topic of discussion. The Rorqual proliferation, as they say. You can see here, Rorqual proliferation in New Eden will be impacted. Probably now with these changes, there's going to be less Rorquals in space, and also Orcas. And I'm a bit sad about this, about the Orca, because I like the usage of the Orca as like a solo mining platform in HiSec, because it was quite nice to have a ship with a lot of EHP that is less risk to get ganked and still mine decently, like it's about as the same level as a barge. But it was able to support other people as well. But now I think it's going to be even worse than a barge. And we can take here, look a little bit at the numbers right here. So I've got the Orca, the stats, and we can check the Rorqual afterwards. So the roll bonus will then be 100% drone damage, plus 100% drone damage. Okay, so 100% drone or mining yield. Okay, let's see now. There's drone damage. Let's see now. Where is the mining yield here? Yep, so I think they've just straight up removed the mining yield bonus for drones. Yep, I think they've done that, because we can't see this here. Yield. Yep, we see nothing when it comes to yield in the Orcal and Rorqual bonus when it comes to their roll bonus. So that is going to be a bit unfortunate for people who like to mine in their Rorquals and Orcas. Completely removed the 100% drone or mining yield. Let's see if we go to the Rorqual. Let's see now what it's got here. So we've got a 400% bonus to shield boost, remote shield boost. Let's see, where's the drone mining? Can operate excavator drones. You can see here, capital industrial ship skills, bonus to drone hit points, damage, and mining yield. Let's see now here. 15% bonus to drone damage, okay? But we're going to removing that mining yield bonus. So this is going to be like a hard nerf to these ships. They're going to not be able to mine at all as much as before. However, it seems like, generally speaking, all these ships, they have a bit of like a bonus to like the drone damage. So you can see here, we get 15% more drone damage, and also the Orca gets 15% drone damage. But then on the other hand, apart from these capital ships, it seems like the other ships are going to get buffed actually a bit more. Skiff, 75% light and medium drone damage, you can see here. I'm most interested with the Procurer actually that we've got right now. So Procurer is going to get some more damage. We show info here. 50% drone damage and hit points, you get 75%. So that's nice. We can have some battle prospects. Get more strip miner durations, I think, for the Hulk. The Hulk is a very effective ship, but it's very, very weak in terms of its tank. Yeah, look at that. 25% reduction in strip miner. Now it's going to be 30% reduction in strip miner activation time. That's pretty cool right there. But you can find a link to these details here in the dev blog here, where you can just check all these stats. We're going to get also new types of mining crystals. Me personally, I never really used mining crystals because I've always been bothering with the Tech 1 mining modules. You can see here, I'm using these basic strip miner ones. I think there's a strip miner 2, strip miner 2. Modulated strip miner. I think you can put the mining crystals to be more effective at certain ores. And it seems like here we've got certain types of crystals that like alter yield a little bit. It seems like these alter a little bit how much waste and how reliable and how much yield you can get. Interesting. It's going to make mining a bit more complex, I think. Gas harvesters are also going to be renamed, it seems like. Going to be new types of gas harvesters. When it comes to the Orca, actually there's a bit of a buff as well. I just realized here, 15% bonus to drone damage. It's a bit unfortunate that you don't have them side by side, so it's hard to compare the exact changes, but we've got a bonus to drone damage here. See, 15% bonus to drone damage. Now we get 10% over here, and you get 15% here. It seems also like certain types of cargo ships, they're going to get certain types of special gas holds. See here, the Hoarder, for example, gets 30k gas hold. Kraos ice hold, Primate 10k ice hold, and 10k gas. Also a bit of a mix over there. And this is probably the thing I'm most looking forward to. Ship industry update, 6-month follow-up. Remember that big change that happened where all the Tech 1 ships, or a lot of the, especially battleships, were like increased in price, I thought that was pretty horrible, because I feel like the Tech 1 battleships in general, I think they're really bad compared to like other type. It just feels like for the price of spending for a Tech 1 battleship, I just feel like they're really bad. And here they're saying that they're going to like reduce the cost. There's like core temperature regulator, like this is a component as far as I know to make these battleships. So it's a water changes from 2,500 to 1,250. Basically, like these modules have going to be a reduction in how much components they need to make them. I'm going to see here what's going to come in the future, because in the next couple of weeks we'll publish a winter status update akin to the July status update. Apparently this is one of the biggest updates to industry and mining in EVE in the almost 19-year history. It seems like a lot of the industrial ships are going to get buffed. A lot of changes to reprocessing and gas harvesting, and the different types of modules. They're going to be different skills as well. And hopefully we'll be seeing some better T1 battleship prices. I'm very much looking forward to that. I wonder how it'll be to go around in like these battle procurers, because when you go in low sec, I didn't see anything really about low sec. It would be interesting if there's something about low sec. Low sec, low security. There's nothing on low sec, because I'd love it if there were very valuable ores you could mine in low sec, because then you could like, it would be worth to go out there in risky territory and mine. Honestly, I feel like the amount of risk you need to go there is not really worth it for me just chilling here in a high sec mining like I'm doing right now. I feel like it's a lot more reliable, a lot better to just do it like this. I don't know. I think that's something me personally, as someone who is not a miner, would like to see. I would like to see it being a bit worthwhile to go with the extra risk into low sec and mine stuff there. I think gas harvesting can be very much worth it, but also ore mining, I think that should be also more worth to be able to do in low sec as well. I think that would be quite cool to be sort of like a dangerous mining ops, and especially with like the changes to the Procurer as well, with how like it's getting really good drone bonuses as well as many other of the industrial ships. I think it would be quite cool to have a bit of a defensive type of mining ship as well, like a sort of fight off, maybe little frigates. So you maybe might need like a, I don't know, destroyer or cruiser or a very good frigate to take out. It's not like easy as like just sniping like a defenseless mining barge. It can actually fight back a little bit as well. I think that would be quite cool. See what kind of survey scanners there are going on here. Because something I was thinking that they were going to release with this new update was that they were going to have perhaps some new L4 missions. That's something I very much look forward to. But it seems like CCP is focusing a lot on the industrial side of EVE Online. And I can understand a lot, because a lot of people really, including myself, do not like the way everything is going really expensive with the whole scarcity thing. And it seems like we're going to get a lot more ores, buffing mining ships, and also reducing the cost of certain ships. So I think hopefully we'll be having a little bit of an easier time going out in bigger ships. Hopefully we'll see a bit more Tech 1 battleships. This is a bit of time dilation right here, because there's a lot of people from the Goon Swarm Federation who are swarming Jita. I'm just trying to undock in my Procurer right here, but it's not really too easy when there's 4,000 plus players in Jita. Got time dilation factor of 10%, making everything go 10 times slower than it usually would. So you can see when we're warping, it's like as if we're warping in slow motion right here. Just when I return back to GT, it's just a complete chaos later, because before when I undocked, it was not that bad actually, to be honest. So the interesting changes right here to this dev blog, it seems like we're going to potentially get a little bit easier time getting new ships. Like this whole scarcity thing seems to be over, or at least what CCP says. We're going to get a little bit more ores from asteroids, and also we're going to get less resources required for the Tech 1 battleships. It's often been complained about them being too expensive. Oh man, this is so damn slow. And then I'm not sure how it is about these, like, you know, capital industrial changes. I mean, I think it's good that a lot of these standard mining ships are being focused on, but at the same time, I think it might be counterintuitive to the whole scarcity ending. When you nerf these ships to the ground, it might make ores be a little bit harder to come by, and instead make it so that resources are not that much easier to come by as they would be otherwise. So while I make my way to the system of Ikuchi, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.